My apologies for the delay. You're alone? And here I swore 5 years ago it was done playing hero. Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I'm a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that polearm out of your ass, old friend, and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Wood, lest I skewer it and prove you right. Nothing like a reunion of dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right?
Psh, psh. Long time no eye catch up, Lenders. Boy Flock is tummy tickled to see gobby friends again.
Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Spare us for pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here? I make a simple request. Reform the Company of Heroes and lend Limsa Lominsa your strength. You have a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sarg into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sargi themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we will be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while still dealing with the other threats. Alright, pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. Sad werde I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger, not the same men from whom we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. Bold words, Vandenel. But do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time. Ah yes, the commander. What if Desiree were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question her abilities. Me? An intriguing proposal. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such decorated hero.
Gobby friend has goodly head for fighty think and goodly arm for thinky fight.
As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? Better battle than banquet. Still nursing that grudge, are we? Aye, I suppose we still owe you a dozen favors. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask. Have we no way to reach out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way, apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the mission you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the seas. Second, you must prevent the Crushing Tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge, huh? But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what. Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure she'll give it all due consideration. Westcott may be skeptical, but I've one of little doubt will prove a worthy commander for the company of heroes.
Psh, Playfox happily gives hand landing to Uplander.
The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit that I missed the action. Please think twice before signing with the same group as Londonell. I don't know what's worse, his tendency to wave his lance on people's faces, or the shouting and blustering he engages in while doing so. Have we finished with all the logistical nonsense? I'm eager for a taste of the old violence. You know the flavor. So, if I understand this correctly, we are to bring down the so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crashing tide from summoning their god, Leviathan. A tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses. Most of the strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command. My specialty, you ask? While impaling fiends with this lance of mine, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. No, not a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against that so-called blasphemy and I'll have a thing on a skewer before you can say Mervyd bluff is win. Okay. Do that. A wise choice. Send Londonell after the Sagin and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. I will speak plain. I'm not some battle-crazed barbarian like Londonell. As Noon of EU, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any, but to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Prevent the primal summoning. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Urd Noon. As you know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. Then the primal summoning. You have a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved.
Playflock's mastery maker of Illuminati treasures offers much handlanding with ingenuity. Fast-seeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crackfires go boom and blast beasts into bitty pieces.
Then you hunt. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Waveflox's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. It would seem everyone has their assignments. Except you. And that the choices you made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you'd been leading us for years. Thank you. And with that, it's time we got to work. I've procured link pads for one and all that we can keep each other apprised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. We'd best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sargent friends. Do join me if you can. Commander Desiree. I've just finished briefing the Secretariat. She is something you should find useful. Admiral Blufferswin has tasked me with overseeing communications between you and the Company of Heroes. First, you will need a link pearl. Pray speak with the Secretariat. Ah, Desiree. The Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnish Desiree with her link pearl, yes. Of course, Admiral. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. Yes? Oh there, Commander. Just give a word and I come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and whip yours out. May sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Desiree comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. I will have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link power, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I'll reach out to Noel and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideout. Let's hope for good tidings, Commander. Alright, let's continue. A mother's suffering. Grave news, Desiree. We've just received word that Candlekeep Choir is under attack. It would seem the crashing tide has struck again. The Admiral asked that you deploy the Company of Heroes at once. Our men here will act as your signaler. The Company of Heroes awaits your orders. Candlekeep Choir? Both London and Noon should be close by. What are your instructions? London is a hot-headed warrior who lives for a thrill of battle. Old Noon is a calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to a task suited to their skills. Drive him away for London now? Consider it done, Commander. See the resident of the Choir to safety. Understood. The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the Company of Heroes are on your way. Godspeed! Okay, we got them. You kept us waiting long enough, Commander. Not that I'm complaining. More fishmen for me to scare. Is that all? And I was just getting warmed up.
Rifle of stethoscope, boom! Blast fishmen to bitty bits.
Good to know my colleagues haven't grown rusty in the years since we disbanded. Why not? The tide is already ebbed, if you follow my meaning. Perhaps you're curious how my man carried out your orders? You'll be pleased to hear that Lennon led the attack with his characteristic aplomb, dancing among his foes with such speed and ferocity that were dizzying to watch. Lord Noon made full use of his talent in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffered so much as a scratch. I had my doubts at first, but you passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. The battle's over, I see. It is good to see the Company of Heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Cry?
Spit on your questions, filthy showwalker.
I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist...
So you touch us? You showwalkers are all the same. Savage brutes for a lot of you.
Torture, please, we are not so uncivilized at that, my slippery friend.
Bravelock's shiny treasure will have fishmen trading tomflaps in no time.
Allow me to explain. Shamani, Lomani, and Bravelocks are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Shamani is a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and a knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Bravelocks, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours. Shamani and Omani is my man. Bravelocks, I choose you! No.
But of course, Commander. What does I get him talking without so much as lifting a finger?
But tell me, you're kind of particularly fond of La Noche and oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest?
This is another glass, Showwalker. I demand it in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers.
A mere glass, my friend. Why, I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us with the answer we seek.
We have a deal, Showwalker. For a cask of that blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets.
Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Cry?
Thou himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for our assault on the city.
He means to attack Limsa Lominsa itself, but with your numbers that would be folly.
Psst. Speaker Doe commands power beyond the comprehension of you showwalkers.
We have dealt with a Leviathan before.
You misunderstand. Speaker Doe says it's greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord.
The blasphemy. Tell me where Doe is.
An island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite with the summon forth the Divine One, and deliver my brothers and I to glory.
Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Doe is hiding out somewhere in the Citadels, a deserted isle most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? No. We have no evidence they can, but we must operate on the assumption that Doe has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the Citadels at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the dock as soon as you're ready. I will have Shamani and Bravelocks continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us. Don't you worry, Bravelocks and I have the situation under control.
Bravelocks keeps watch eyes on this place.
This is the enemy's stronghold. Never forget they have the advantage. I don't know a blasphemy from a hole in the ground, but I know that I'm ready to kill the bleeding thing. Let's see how this blasphemy likes my axe between its eyes. Everyone's here? Good. We make for Citadels in search of Doe's hideout. Our friend Noel will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men on the eve of battle? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Funnily enough, it was the same creed that drove Gaius van Belsam. We meet again, though. There's a blasphemy. Tell us now, so we may end this madness. That's it? Speak of a bloody devil.
That is the dread beast I saw beneath the waves.
The source of our woes. The echo of all the times. Defend the commander. I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of our spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. My poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Limsa Lominsa, and some even call it for an alliance. We must summon him, if the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do had our stocks of crystal not run dry. Spawning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How am I to birth a new brood when my children grow stand divided? Who dares enter the sacred chambers? Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Saiyajin who seek in accord with the shorewalkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us so that they may have peace and we our spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies! Do not be deceived by that one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who has strayed from Lord Leviathan's light. The shorewalkers are oath-breakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you're right, though. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe, my poor children have lost their faith. Their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of all, and cast their lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We will have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink to the ocean's floor to rot and decay. Thou dearest of my children, you tell them that we have no future? How can I bring new life into this world knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? I cannot. What's happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself. Blah! Such power, such beauty, a blessing from Lord Leviathan himself. So this is a blasphemy, eh? I can see what all the fuss was about. Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now's the time. Right. Strike now, my queen! Send the shorewalkers and their honorless leader to her death! Lightning strike. What's happening? I can't feel my legs. Why, Mother? Are we not your children, too? Damn it, we cannot weather another blow like that. I still don't know what in the 7 else just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going down without a fight. Steady, the beast is feeding on our ether. Will not survive a head-on fight. Lionel, Ud, remember the company's stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds. One way! Retreat! Retreat! Get ourselves the bloody elves out of here! But who helped us? The other beasts we faced also once my spawn brothers? I cannot bear the thought. So that was a blasphemy, intriguing creature. For the first time in many summers, we find ourselves with a worthy foe. Face to face with that damn beast and I could barely lift my spear. Next time, mark my words, that bastard fish is going to pay. Where no path to victory can be found, flee and fight another day. It might not be a kind of approach that make a bard sing your praises, but it kept us alive and well enough. Damn it all. We'd have better luck holding back a tide. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damned beasts have the power to stop us in our tracks, literally. What do we know of the creature's origin? Was it once a Sargin like you suspected? May have the Echo afforded Desiree some insight? Yes, it was the matriarch. Those villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in our Queen Mother's heart, that she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to turn, then there's nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that this word served as a catalyst. If we kill the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sargin's queen. That's not going to endear us to them one bit. I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Bet not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not, but we must formulate a plan and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense. Leave that to us. Time and again, we have used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most formidable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? That the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that's not all we have learned. But the blasphemy can maneuver through water and also frequent caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. I have sent scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people and to have any hope for peace with the Sagin, this is a battle we must win. All our strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Now that we have seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, it is more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of a blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. But given the beast's abilities, how do we intend to overcome it? I trust that the company of heroes and Desiree, experienced Primal Slayers all, will find a way. And yet I would leave no resource untapped. There's one more whose expertise I would call upon, if you would agree. Even Vaiskat is as lost as to his former commander's whereabouts. But mayhap Ainzer could offer some guidance. No doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you are able. When you are ready to take further actions, you will hear from me. Till then, take care. Desiree, I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Vaiskat. I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you are able. Well, that sounds promising. I tell the Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed, and stay safe out there. Okay, Vaiskat. Apologies for having you come all this way, Desiree. Ever since our encounter with blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way to deal with its debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest were still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp he could spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. It thanks to him that we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. Rappers, well, he's a bit eccentric, and yes, I know you could say that about all the company members. But unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades even if he asked, but an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. Whistle at a forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad sunlight or the dead of night, he'd always be watching from afar. With any luck, he's still now. But I've rambled on enough. Go on now. This may be our best and only hope. Okay, and the whistle here. Here I was, enjoying my retirement. Why did you have to go and bloody whistle? Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious how my former maids are faring. Not as curious as folks are about me, though. First Vescayet, then old Murstbeard himself? As if those codgers could ever catch me. And now I hear their story the hero summons me forth. Now do you say why? You're going to ask me to help you take down the blasphemy. Have you forgotten the duty of a strong? I never could refuse whenever someone trotted out those hackneyed words. So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. So you need a way to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes. So you'll be needing support from a distance. Who you suppose might be best suited to that role? You? Damn right, my eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Viscayet. In pure marksmanship, none in Limsa are the Admiral's equal. Yet Melb is ill-suited for a supporting role. Not for a lack of skill, of course, but rather, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me. Temper? Alright, but I end this episode here and we continue this discussion with Lawrence next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.